Because percentages are a ratio, you can use a ratio table to find percent of a number. This table is going to help us find 4% of a number. Remember that percent means out of 100, so 4% means out of 100%. You can see that I already put that into my table, and I looked for the constant of proportionality going from 100 to 4. So 100 times a number equals 4, so 4 divided by 100 must be that number. You can leave it as a fraction, or you can divide 4 by 100 to get your decimal. There's also the constant of proportionality from 4 to 100. So 4 times 100 equals 100. You can see that I filled out my table with 50 as 100%, 12 as 100%, and x as 100%. And then I used my constant of proportionality to fill in 4% of each number. So 50 times 4 hundredths equals 2, 12 times 4 hundredths equals 48 hundredths, and x times 4 hundredths equals 4 hundredths x. This means that 4% of 50 equals 2, 4% of 12 equals 48 hundredths, and 4% of x is 4 hundredths times x. You can use this table to help you find percent increase or percent decrease, or you can create a new table to find 4% increase and 4% decrease. The table below says 4% increase is 100% plus 4%, which is a total of 104%. The constant of proportionality from 100 to 104 is times 100 over 4. So I filled in my table, 50 times 104 hundredths is 52. 12 times 104 hundredths is 12 and 48 hundredths. And x times 104 hundredths is 1 and 4 hundredths x. This means that 104% of 50 is 52, 104% of 12 is 12 and 48 hundredths, and 104% of x is 1 and 4 hundredths times x. We can also make a table to find percent decrease. A 4% decrease means 100% minus 4%, which equals 96%. We found the constant of proportionality going from 100 to 96 is times 96 hundredths. 50 times 96 hundredths equals 48. 12 times 96 hundredths is 11 and 52 hundredths, and x times 96 hundredths is 96 hundredths times x. This means that 96% of 50 is 48, 96% of 12 is 11 and 52 hundredths, and 96% of x is 96 hundredths times x.